Hello everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Gabrielle and today I just wanted to do a video of all of my drugstore absolute favorites. You need these drugstore products in your life, so if you're interested to see what's on my list, just keep on watching. So I just wanted to start with the Revolution Skincare London. This is the Tea Tree Soothing Essence Spray. Now I really like to start in a very moisturized base, so this is just how it looks. Comes in a little plastic bottle. This said it has glycerin inside, and it didn't mention if you can use it before makeup or under makeup, but I'm just going to use it under my makeup. Okay, so it's all dried down on the skin. It leaves a really nice glow to the skin, makes the skin look very healthy. So next I want to go in with my favorite primer, and I'm sure most of you can already guess what it is because everybody has been raving about this primer. It's the E.l.f. Poreless Putty Face Primer. And this is just the original Poreless Putty. It just looks like this. Now, a lot of people says it's the dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas, but honestly I like this one more. It's just more pore filling to me and less hydrating. But it's still pretty hydrating. But this is just how it looks. Now with the pore filling primers, I say more is more, especially if you traveled with enlarged pores just around this area. So I like to take it down the nose and across the cheeks. That's where I have the most problems. Okay, so if you guys notice, it really mattified the area where I normally trouble with enlarged pores. That's why I love this stuff. Even over that really glowy mist, you can still see where it definitely filled in those pores. Next, for foundation, this is another product where I'm sure a lot of you would agree because I saw this trending on TikTok recently. Is the Luminous Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. And it has great reviews for a good reason. I'm just in the shade 460, and it also has SPF 25 inside, which is great for the summer months, just to give you that added protection to your skin. And to blend out my foundation, I'm just going to use the E.l.f. Camo sponge. This is one of the best sponges you'll find out there at the drugstore. If you guys haven't used it yet, definitely pick it up. I'm just going to use about 2 pumps for the foundation and get started. Okay, so now that we're looking all nice and blended, I really love this foundation. You can choose to build it up or you can use it as a sheer, well, I would say light to medium coverage like I'm using now. It's a pretty fresh foundation. As you can see, my mole is still showing there, which I love. I like a fresh foundation for the summer months because we can always build up in concealer and powders and those kind of things, and it does what the name says it does. It's a fresh wear 24 hours foundation. So if you guys haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, drugstore foundation. So next I want to talk to you guys about the concealer I'm going to be using today. It's the E.l.f. Camo concealers. This is just the original one over here, and this is the hydrating version over here. Now for the summer months, I really like a nice dewy, glowy kind of look. So what I like to do is go in with the original Camo here, which is just in the shade Tan Sand, which is more to my skin tone shade. And then I would go ahead and highlight and brighten up the face with the hydrating version in Light Sand. And this sponge was also meant for this particular product because, as you can see, you can get right in there in the eye. You can press it down just to get right up into the inner corner under the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Camo concealer sponge with that. So as you can see, it's a very brightening concealer on its own. You really don't need to go in with the other formula. So I didn't decide to use the Hydrating Camo Concealer because the other one really brightened enough, and I just love the effect. It's not too matte, it's still a soft matte, and I really love that for the eyes. So to go in and set the under eyes, I've been loving the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Banana Powder as of recent. This is just how it looks. It comes in a pretty large unicarton, and it just looks like this. Now, if you wanted to compare it to the E.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, I mean the size comparison, it's really large. As you can see, the two. And I really was preferring it more recently to the E.l.f. setting powder because it just gives more of a smoothing effect. So I like to put that right under the eyes. And remember, when you're setting your under eyes, you want to make sure that there's no creasing there before you go ahead and set, because after you set, that's it. You're just gonna set the creases that's there. So I really love this powder because it's also brightening. It is a banana powder, and look how smooth. You can't really beat the formula for the price, especially with the amount of product you get. So if you haven't tried this, it's a great find. Okay, so to set the entire face now, I know a lot of people haven't been talking about Maybelline powders but of recent, the Fit Me powders, but it's actually one of my favorite at the drugstores. This is just how it looks. I'm just gonna go in with a big fluffy brush, this is from Wet n Wild, and set the entire face with that. And for bronzer today, I really love this bronzer from the drugstores from L'Oreal. It's the True Match Lumi Bronzer Sun-Kissed Bronzer. And this is in the shade medium too, but it just looks like this, and it looks pretty light in the camera. I don't know why it's picking up that light, but I just like to go in with an E.l.f. blending brush, and it gives the perfect sun-kissed glow to the face. There it is, blended out. And if you think that you came too far down right around here, what you can do is just go back in with a little bit of the setting powder and set right around that area, and it'll fix that right up. So I like to go here and not really set for too long, because I really don't like a dry, completely matte face, which this powder will do if you leave it to set long enough. And just pat that in, and it cleans it up right there. You can also take some and clean up right along here. And just leave that for a minute or a few seconds and dust it off. And for blush, I couldn't pass this up because this is a palette and it's from Juvia's Place. It's the Saharan Blush Volume 2, and it's just a really pretty palette. Packaging is on point as usual. This is in the shade, I think this is the Volume 2, which is the light to medium shade. And this is just how it looks on the inside. It's a very pretty palette. Don't mind there, I just got my nail in there by accident. Now before we get to the eyes, let's just fix the brows. And for my favorite drugstore brow product, I really love the E.l.f. Cream Gel in the shade Espresso. It's like the perfect brown, especially for my brows because I do have black hair. It's not too dark or too light, and it fills them in just enough. So I'll just spoolie them out a little bit first. And I really don't like to do a lot with my brows because I do like the fluffier look. But with this product, it's a little more filled in, which I don't mind at the moment. So I'll just go with a little and scrape the excess off on the side and line the brows. As you can see, the difference between the two is just a little bit more filled in, but I do like to see those hair strokes to just keep it a little more natural. Okay, there we go. And a little goes a long way with this product. You don't need a lot. You can definitely go in with more if you like that more block structured brow, but I just like to leave it like this. And I found that you don't really need to set it because it is a creamy formula, yes, but it's not overly creamy that it'll slide around all day, if you know what I mean. So now for the eyes, I know you guys just saw a little flash of the palette itself, but it's the Bare Necessities Colourpop palette. And I mean, I know a lot of people has chose this for their favorite eyeshadow palette, but how could you not? It just has all the neutral shades you'll ever need, from nice taupey shades, pinky taupey shades. You have your bronze shades on this end. You just have your more of your neutral looks on top, and it's just a really pretty palette. So today we're gonna do more of I just really want to do a neutral pinky eye, if that makes sense, to offset the yellow. So today, or do I? No, let's just see where it goes. So I'm just gonna go take a Morphe 441. Okay guys, so it's just a pretty nude, neutral, light summery look on the eyes. I didn't want to do anything extravagant because it's just to basically show you the shadows and how they blend. They're always pretty creamy. I love Colourpop shadows, and I mean, if it wasn't the Bare Necessities palette, more than likely I think it would be a Colourpop palette because their formula is just that great. So for mascara, I really switch between these two, one for my upper lashes, one for my lower lashes. The Maybelline Lash Sensation is just a really good drugstore mascara. If it would focus, there it is. This is how the one looks. It's just a nice, pretty curvy one with little spikes. I don't really like ones like these, but I just love the formula in this mascara. I really can't get enough of it. I mean, it's a pretty big difference, and that's just with one coat. So I really just love this mascara. I highly recommend it to you guys. And for my lower lashes, I've been loving the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild mascara. It's pretty great for the lower lashes and the upper lashes too, but it's just a slightly more bushy one. And I really love that for coating the bottom lashes, just to give them as much volume as possible. I mean, if you're not making this face while doing your makeup, are you even doing your makeup right? I don't have much lower lashes to work with, but I love this one for doing them. Now, for highlight, I really love, I don't know if, actually, yeah, I think it's still available on the E.l.f. website. It's the E.l.f. X Nambella Noir highlight, loose highlight. It just looks like this. It's in the shade Naharika Glow. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's just a pretty universal champagne-y gold highlight. Just tap out some here. And you don't need much of this product. So I'm just gonna take a Morphe brush, looks like this. Get some of that off of the lid and go ahead and highlight. So pretty. It's so blinding too, and I didn't even put a lot. As you can see, this highlight, it's just so pretty. It's very flattering. I mean, you can build it up for it to be blinding, but I like the look like this. It's just more glowy more than anything. So I highly recommend this if you can still get your hands on it. And because it's a loose highlight, this would last you years and years and years. I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. So love this. So for lips, I already have on a little lip balm because I don't like doing my videos with dry lips. But Colourpop took the cake in the lip department. They just make the best lippies. I love their formula. Today I'm using the shade Mama in the matte liquid lips, and I'm gonna top it with the ultra glossy lip in Menagerie. I just love Colourpop lips. It's such a pretty shade. It's like an orangey red. I just love the pink with the orange with the yellow. Oh, it's just summery. And to top it off, I'm just gonna put on that gloss. I love how juicy their glosses look. And to finish the look, last but not least, it's another Colourpop product. Can you guess I like Colourpop? It's the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Set and Mist. Just looks like this. Give it a little shake. And it just adds a nice glow to the skin. It has a really great coconut scent to it. And I highly recommend this as well. It makes your makeup last all day without looking dry or flat. Now, because it is summer, I'm just going to put a little highlight on the little chest area that's showing. So I'm going to go back in with the little loose highlight. Get that all over my brush. Ooh, look at that glow already. And I'm not using a lot of this, guys. And there you have it, a full look using all of my drugstore favorite makeup. Now, if you guys see anything you love from this video that you'd want to try yourself, I'll link everything down below, and make sure to comment if you guys try anything and love it, because I love to know when a lot of people like the same products I like, so I know I'm not crazy. But this is the finished look. I love how it came out. I love how glowy my skin looks. Just pretty natural, pretty fresh. So if you guys want to see more videos, I'll post one video every week. I'll be sure to let you guys know my schedule. And thanks for watching. If it is that you did like this video, please remember to like and drop a comment down below where you're from, what your name is. So I love to get to know you guys. So that's it for the makeup. See you guys on my next video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Love you.